Вся проблема в том, что я плохо отсюда вижу, могу щуриться.
Hello, guys. Greetings from Kharkov, Ukraine. Greetings from Diolli office. My name is Svetlana Mucha. I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And I have our executive director, Katerina Romanenko, with me. And together with Katerina, we have prepared a list of questions from our subscribers. And we will answer the most interesting or the most popular. If your question didn't make it to the list, don't be upset. We will
Then
answer
repeat
it.
it. Or repeat it again.
We will answer it the next time. Let me check if. I think now we can see it better. So, Katerina, let's start from the very beginning. That's the quote. How Ukrainian lady think about Chinese?
So first of all, we want to say that we work with guys from different countries. Sometimes our potential clients ask us if we work only with the USA or with Europe or with exact countries. We want to say that our geographic is very wide. We work with guys from different countries, cities, and of course we work also with guys with Asian culture from China. Also, we always honest with our clients, with our subscribers. Chinese culture is more unusual for us as, for example, some European countries. And of course, if we don't know a lot of information about something, we are not maybe sometimes ready to accept it. So of course, it is more complicated sometimes to introduce our Chinese clients, male clients, to ladies, but it's possible. Of course, we have ladies also in our base that are interested in such cultures, like, for example, Chinese culture, especially if a lady, for example, she learns Chinese language, she's interested in this culture. So of course, she will be interested, she will be open to meet such guys, but like I started from it, like I said it in the beginning, it is more difficult than introducing guys with from countries or from cultures that are more usual for us, that are more understandable for us. So it's more difficult really, but it is possible. We introduce such couples, like for example, previous year we have a very one of our favorite couples. The guy is Chinese, they are happily married, and we even have
the guy is Chinese.
Yes, the guy is
just one guy.
I'm sorry, the guy is Chinese. The guy is Chinese, and maybe I put these words into one. And we even have their wonderful
That's a picture.
photos.
It's hanging on my wall.
Yes, and we really love this couple.
If you are watching this, guys, we love you dearly.
Yeah, so we're really happy. We love all our couples, and so it's possible. We are open to work with Chinese clients also. So you need to try, of course.
I can add that the number of ladies who would be open to date Chinese gentlemen, of course, it is smaller than the number of ladies that would be open to date someone French, for example, because there is this stereotype that French guys are super romantic, Paris, French accent, they're stylish. So, and the idea that lady will have to learn French, it fascinates more than the idea that you will have to learn one of the most complicated languages. But it is possible, and we have introduced Asian clients. We have successfully introduced them. It just Asian gentlemen, they should realize that not all ladies would be open to date them. But it is possible, it's realistic. One of the ladies, I was interviewing her for our male client, for our Chinese male client. She saw his photo and she said that, oh wow, he's like the boy from this boys band. It's a Korean boys band. But she said that, wow, he looks like that. So some ladies are really into so-called K-pop. So they like Asian looks. Love to Ukrainian ladies from Miami, Florida. Hello, greetings to Miami, Florida. From Pakistan, greetings to Pakistan. And Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So we have two Floridas watching us.
Today we're popular in Florida.
I hope it's sunny there. So another question. What advice do you have for guys who don't have social intelligence or confidence to be around beautiful women, yet would like to be with one? Would it be best that they learn to acquire the skills before seeking a potential mate? Because even if they magically found a beautiful lady, she will not be attracted to him. And another guy is commenting this question. Stop being, I'm not going to say those words. Only way to learn in by making mistakes. So go out there and get some girls. I will take this one. I would say that, of course, it is better if you're if it's been a while since you have approached ladies, and you know that, for example, you like the skills. It's like working out in gym. After a long break, your muscles kind of forget how to work out. So I would say it is better to go to a personal trainer so that he shows you what to do. Otherwise, you can hurt yourself. If it's been a while since you have talked to ladies and you're not sure whether your flirting skills are on top, a dating coach, a professional dating coach, not just videos from YouTube, not just a YouTube guru, but professional dating coach can make a huge change for you. I always, when I hear such a question, I always think of a couple we had a few years ago, and a gentleman, he honestly told us that he was not that popular among ladies. I would say that his looks was kind of exotic, and not all ladies find that appealing, and he had a bit of extra ways. He was a young gentleman in his late 20s, but when we have started working with him, he has used our advices for 110%. Like, it was mesmerizing. We have arranged for him 5 dates, and all 5 ladies wanted to date him. Like, he nailed all the dates, and he has started dating a girl, so the chemistry was really strong with one of the ladies. And third, fourth date, fifth date, their first vacation, the way he texted with her and flirted with her, like, she called us and she was fascinated, like how attentive he is, how cute he is, how romantic he is. I was looking and I was like, wow, he's doing that tip, this advice. And I've told our psychologist, we have created a monster. Like, now
dating monster.
Yeah, a dating monster. He's happily married now, so he's out of the dating market. But I would tell, if you see that your flirting skills are not on top, it is better to hire a professional. It can make a huge change. Otherwise, you will go out on dates and you won't be that successful, and it can be really bad, really hurtful for your self-esteem, for your desire to date again. So better to seek for professional help. There is nothing wrong with that.
And of course, it's a very popular saying that it is better to learn from mistakes. But if you can avoid those mistakes, why should you make them? So if you can avoid them, if you can have a help of professional, then maybe it is better to have this help and not to miss a special person in your life.
Of course, and also don't forget that time is really valuable. You can really invest lots of time into going out on dates and, for example, get first, second dates, but no third dates, or no even second dates. I think there is a question from Hilary. Do the couples formed through Diolli who live in same countries stay together or have contact? This is to help break the loneliness of ladies who might not friends in the new country. I can tell that once I went to the conference in New York, and usually in all cities in the United States and all big cities in Europe where I travel, there is always a couple we have introduced. So I had really limited number of time there, and there were a few couples with whom we are friends after we have finished the matchmaking process. And I honestly told them that I can't choose with whom to meet, and I had just one free evening. So I have suggested that we all meet together. So it was me and 4 couples that I have introduced. They didn't know each other. And after that, they have started communicating, and they were of approximately the same age. I know that in Stockholm, that's like the city that has in Europe that has the top number of couples that we have created. The girls, they didn't know each other, but they have seen on Facebook that they have me as a friend, so they have texted each other, and now they're communicating. Also, we had a couple, and They were the couple that waited for fiance visa there in the US, in Chicago region, for a pretty long time.
Mhm.
And I don't know why it took them so long. And then we had another couple several years after, and they also waited for their visa for a pretty long time. And the gentleman was freaking out. What is going on? Bad luck, stuff like that. So we have introduced our old client, our ex-client, to our new client, and they have started supporting each other. And now both couples live in the Chicago area, and they are in touch. So sometimes, yes, we do introduce them, but usually our clients love keeping it private. So
Mhm.
it's not like we have some secret group on Facebook or anywhere else where we have our ex-clients. The majority of our clients, they prefer it private. But I would say that it's never a problem to make new friends. Usually ladies, when they go to another country, they start attending language schools or driving schools to learn how to drive in the new
Mhm.
country, or they go to do their nails and they start talking to the nail master, and they make new friends. So usually it's not a big deal.
Mhm.
Uh, Katya, I have a tricky one for you.
Tricky.
Of course. I found Ukrainian women are cautious because they meet a lot of perverted guys. Everyone assumed I was a player.
Really tricky question. You know, especially nowadays when we are talking about social media, about any services or anything that we get online. Of course, we can't prevent the situation where when some strangers, let's call them like this, strange guys or strange women, they can contact us, they can communicate with us, and of course we can't prevent such things. But of course, if you're a smart person, you understand that not all people are the same. You can't put one case from your life as a rule, and to think that all people that you met before and that you will meet in the future are strange. They have some bad thoughts about you. So of course you need to stay open-minded, and we always work with our male and female clients and explain them that even if you had a bad experience before in your life, you need to be open-minded. You need to understand that anything that all people are different in all countries, and even if you had bad experience with someone before, you need to be open. You need to understand that it's not a rule, and that you have all chances to meet a good guy or good lady in future. And of course, but when we are talking about internet, of course we can't prevent the situation when you meet strange people that say strange things or do strange things with you. So we always try to stay positive and to keep our clients positive, not to make such rule in your head that all people from internet or all people that come to dating agencies or matchmaking agency, that they are strange or looking for something strange in their life. So you need to stay open-minded, and of course to believe in best. So everything will be fine.
I think we are lucky to work with wonderful singles, both
Mhm.
male and females. And when people tell me that, oh wow, there must be something wrong with that girl that she wants to join the matchmaking agency. No, usually it means that the lady doesn't want to waste her time in the
Yeah.
internet, and she is not the type of girl who would go out to bars to look for someone.
Mhm.
So the world is changing, and it's quite normal uh, to to be looking for not even professional help, but a professional service when you want to meet someone. We get a question from the guy with the nickname The Traveler. Is a 20-year age gap okay? Do you mean you are looking for a lady 20 years younger or 20 years older? Katya, would you date someone who is 20 years older than you are?
You know, it's difficult to say. beforehand when you don't know the person. And for example, if you ask me now, of course I will tell honestly that I'm not open for such age difference, because for me it's really a big age difference. But all situations, they're different. Sometimes ladies can be open for that, or men can be open for that, so there is no the exact rule. But what I can say, that people with such big age difference, they have different interests, they have different habits, they were grown up in different time, with different historical situations. So it's very difficult for them to find something in common to communicate about, to have the common interests. So as for me, it is a big age
It
difference.
also depends if, for example, the gentleman is 40 and the girl is 20. That's like a huge age gap. She's 20, she is just in college,
Yes.
in the university, and she is looking for a boy who is at the same university. So they have the same interests.
Yes.
A gentleman who is 40 years old, he has a huge life experience in comparison to hers. So he got his first job, he was in a relationship, he got his education, and what do they have in common? After all, she can feel attracted to the fact that he knows things, has been to places, but usually after a few days, she starts realizing that's not
They are
enough.
very different.
If we are talking about the lady who is 40 and the gentleman who is 60, they would have more in common. Still, of course, 20 years would be a lot. I would tell that the number of ladies that would be open to such a huge age difference, which is huge, 20 years is quite a lot, would be not very big. We did a survey, and the most popular age gap that Ukrainian ladies were looking for was 10 years.
Yeah,
5
10
to
years.
10 years. So Ukrainian ladies, they really prefer to date older, and the perfect age gap would be from 5 to 10 years. So 20, it's a little bit extreme. We did a few couple within 11 years that had 20 years age gap, but really just a few. And in the majority, in those cases, in first case, the gentleman, he was a guitar player in the band, and he has such a huge charisma. He was really handsome, and he was this rock star. So that couple, she was like smitten by all that drive, that energy. And another couple that we have created, the lady was 30, and the gentleman was 49, and he was a really successful lawyer, and really good looking, super well traveled. He has spoken several languages, and he really was handsome, like George Clooney handsome. So in that case, his wife, she was really mesmerized by all that. But in the majority of cases, when the lady is asking, like, how old is the gentleman, you tell her that he's 20 years younger. In many cases, this means that he's the age of her parents.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next question. What's the average income of your male clients? Is this only for the rich? I have chosen tricky questions for you. I warned you.
It's difficult to say about the average income, because for every country, the average income will be different. Like I said from the beginning, we work with different countries, different cities. So even the cities of the same country will have different an average income. So I can say from the beginning that it is not only for rich, because we work with different age groups of clients. And of course, if we are talking about guys in their early or late 20s, it's very early for them to be successful in some career. So they can, of course, they can be managers. Sometimes if they're very talented, they can be already top managers in some companies. But we can't say that they are so rich and they're so successful in their young age. And they still choose the matchmaking service. They still become our clients, and they come to Ukraine to meet ladies and build really happy, successful relationship. So we can't say that it is only for rich people. But of course, you need to understand, if you are choosing international dating, if you are choosing international to build, if you want to build international couple, international relationship, you need to understand that you need to invest more of your time, emotions, and of course money into this relationship, because it's not the same as you meet a local lady, you go in the evening to the restaurant with her, sometimes you go to the cinema. It's absolutely different.
You will have to fly to
Yes,
Ukraine.
because you need to fly here. Of course, you need to have an accommodation here. You need to go somewhere here. The same. So the next trip will be also, you will invite a lady to some neutral territory, or you will come to Ukraine again, or maybe you will invite her to your country. So of course, it needs more investment is when you meet someone locally.
It also depends what type of the lady you're looking for. And in many cases, guys who do not lead, let's say, not fancy lifestyle, but for example, have different priorities. The gentleman prefers traveling and staying at Airbnb, or traveling as a backpacker, is chasing a girl who is glamorous and who, for example, has rich parents, so she used to staying at 5 star hotels. So their expectation about gender roles, the girl would expect him, for example, to cover all her expenses, like her father does in her family. And the gentleman is not ready for that. Or, for example, the lady is used to really expensive restaurants. So when you choose a lady to date, don't choose her by a photo only. Choose her by her ideas, her values, ideas about life, her values, her attitude to relationship to gender roles. We got some questions. Do you have fresh girl for a relationship? I'm not sure I can answer that one. We have a big base of ladies. I don't know what you mean by a fresh girl. Why always men should look for ladies and not ladies?
Why? It's sometimes it can be matchmaking for ladies when ladies are paying clients, and they choose with which man they want to meet. So matchmaking is different.
Sometimes we are approached by such ladies, but our working model is that we work with gentlemen as paying clients for local matchmaking as well. So it depends. Okay, let's go to another question. Let me see if I have something tricky for you. Okay, is it possible a pharmacist have no money to buy a cell phone to use WhatsApp? Is she just looking for money, food, or is just the scam? I'm sorry, I'm reading how the gentleman has commented it.
Let's be honest. If now it's already September, it's the beginning of studying year everywhere in schools, in universities. If you decide to visit any school in the afternoon where pupils from 6 years old until 16 years old are studying, you will not find any pupil, even if he or she is six years old, without a good cell phone. Because nowadays in Ukraine is absolutely normal country, like all countries that you are living, and technology is absolutely okay here. We have good phones, we have internet, we have Wi-Fi, we have 3G internet, so it's not a problem for everyone to have a good phone, to be in touch with people from all over the world. And of course, if she's an adult person, if she is a pharmacist, if she's working already, it's almost impossible that she doesn't have an opportunity to buy a phone and to be in touch, for example, in WhatsApp. To be honest, it's unrealistic, absolutely.
Katya, we get some business proposals. I think if you open a web chat, it will be easier to find a girl, and I can be under your authority. We are not an online dating site. We don't do chats. We don't do correspondence. We are a boutique matchmaking service. So our clients actually pay us so that we interview, press select candidates that match all the criteria provided by the client, and that share the ideas about relationship, about money, about gender roles in the family, about desire to have or not to have kids, etc. So no, I don't think we will ever do an online chat. I don't find them efficient. You can waste lots of time, invest lots of your time into chatting with someone, and it won't lead to anything.
Of course.
So, guys, I think we have time for one more question for Katerina, and then we have time for 2 more questions, and we will wrap it up. So, if you have a question that you want to ask, please go on. Katya, I understand that the man pays for dinner or lunch, etc., but this video gives me the feeling that a man needs a very good income. But in the Ukraine, first, guys, in Ukraine, don't say in the Ukraine, there are also men with low-paid jobs. Every country has people with low-income jobs. When I see this video, it sounds a man with a low income has no chance with the ladies.
Like we already discussed several minutes before, of course, when you understand that you want to try international relationship, you need to understand that you will invest more money and time into it than, for example, people who decide to meet someone locally. We don't know about what low income you're talking about, because low income for Ukraine and, for example, for the USA, it will be two absolutely different things. So we don't know what you're talking about here. But of course, in our culture, in our mentality, it is absolutely must have that a man should pay for dinner, for lunch, when he invites a lady on a date. It will be, if you offer a lady to for example, to divide a bill, and she will pay for her part, it will mean that you will be only friends after that. There will be no any romantic expectations from her side after you offer her to do this. So if you want really to think about some romantic future in your communication, your relationship, then you need to be a gentleman from the beginning. If you're inviting a lady, then you pay for the bill. If you invite a lady to go somewhere with you, you buy tickets. It's in our culture. So you need to respect that. If you want to meet a lady from Slavic culture, you need to respect some cultural differences, some our habits that we already have. So you need to be prepared. That's why we make such videos. We have our blog. We have a lot of articles for you, and of course our managers are always open to communicate with you. We are here to help you, to explain some differences that we have with another cultures. So you need to accept this, and if you want to really to build relationship with a Slavic lady, you need to understand that there are differences and you need to respect them.
I can add here that it is about choosing what type of lady you're chasing.
Also.
Many guys they want to chase this glamorous type of girls with glamorous looks, like Instagram models. When you see a girl and she's wearing like an expensive dress and she is posing, I don't know, somewhere in Morocco or in Nizza, where she's spending her vacation, then for sure she will have a certain expectations. But there are plenty of ladies that don't have such expectations. Of course, they don't invest so much time and money into their looks, but they won't expect, I don't know, a trip to Paris as a gift for the third date. So be careful about the type of the lady you choose, and then you won't face disappointments. We got so many comments. Let me read something.
Well, your reason, I will add that
Yes.
every lady expects that the level of her life won't be lower when she starts to build relationship with a guy. She expects that at least it will be on the same level that she had before.
The gentleman is written, why should they open an online chat if their clients prefer privacy? Yes, our clients prefer privacy, respect it, so you won't find any information, photos online. What else do we have here? I want to know, do Ukrainian educated girls sometimes look for an educated boy, or they simply will love a person who is well-mannered and doesn't have an education? It depends on people. It depends if, for example, in the family of the lady, the education is an important thing. If it is important for her parents and she knows that she will introduce her boyfriend to her parents, then for sure she will look for somebody for whom it will mean a lot. For some ladies, it won't mean a thing. So different people have different expectations. A lot depends on our families, on our circle of friends, on the place we work at. What else do we have here? Are Ukrainian women submissive at all? everybody is different. Alyssa, our psychologist, who is wearing a leather dress today, a really tight black dress, she would answer this question. She will watch this video then and she will kick my ass. Happy birthday, Madam Katerina.
Oh, thank you so much. It was several days ago, but it's a big pleasure to receive congratulations now. Thank you.
But I think I know some girls, they will look for a good-hearted person and not think about lunch or money for education. You have missed the point. Of course, everybody is looking for a good-hearted person, but if you ask a girl out for a date, a Ukrainian girl out for a date, she will expect you to foot the bill. That's part of our culture. Hey guys, how are you doing? Parshat here. Hi Parshat. I hope you remember me. Yes, we do remember you. Thank you for the flowers. Nice bribe. Hope it's all well. What are the chances of an Indian guy to be success finding a nice Ukrainian lady? Katya, do you want to take this one?
Like I started, like I told already today, but okay, we will repeat it. Of course, Indian culture, like we already were talking about Chinese culture, is more unusual for us.
East is more unusual.
Yes, East is more unusual because it's far from us. It's historically far from us, even in our mentality. So, of course, not all ladies will be open for the cultures that they don't know at all. So we need more time for such search. We need to interview more ladies to find those who will be open to meet a guy with Indian culture. But of course, like I said before, it's possible. Especially we have ladies that are interested in Indian
Bollywood,
culture. Yes.
belly dancing, yoga.
Yes, so it's possible. It's more complicated. Like, for example, if we are talking about Italian guys or French guys, because we are more familiar with those cultures. But it's possible. It takes more time, but it's possible.
We have Taj Mahal over there. I have it there in my office.
I also have in my office the same.
Our client has brought us gifts. This topic, this topic is really no help. Of course, a man should put his hand in his pocket and pay for all accommodation. And girl, please talk more about mentality and thinking of Ukrainian girls. Ask questions.
It's good that you understand that, but not unfortunately, not all guys understand those cultural differences. That's why we're talking about it, because we receive such questions.
I'm retired and a charming man. Can you help me find a Ukrainian girl? Yes, you can meet a nice Ukrainian lady. You can fill in the form at our website at Diolli.com and they will contact you. Prices for our service, is it affordable? Again, you can leave a request at our website at Diolli.com. We will contact you and we will get to know you and understand the direction of the potential search. I live in Germany. Hello, guten Abend. And even the husband and wife pay the bill separately, and I really do not like it. Yes, that's part of a German culture. In Ukraine, it won't be acceptable. And many our German clients, at first, they are reluctant, for example, to bring flowers for the first date. They don't understand it, but that's a tradition in Ukraine.
But then they really feel it like a pleasure after they do it the first time. Then they really like it.
Ich liebe Deutschland. Deutsche Männer sind so schön und so hoch. Und Katerina möchte sehr deutsche Sprache, aber sie versteht das nicht. Ukrainian girls are more independent on men than European. Are more independent on men. You mean dependent, probably, yeah. So on men than in Europe. What do you mean? Financially, emotionally? Please specify. But why their parents should decide for the future man? They should decide independently. Well,
I didn't think that we say such.
No, I said that education, if education is important, a lot will depend, of course, on the family of the lady. Because what family we come from, it forms us,
of course,
the person.
Of course, if it is the main idea of the family that all people must be educated and that they pay a lot of attention into this, of course, they will expect that the future member of their family will be also well educated.
So if you marry the lady, will ever pay for anything? I can give you an example of my family. I'm happily married, and if we go out with my husband, if I reach for the purse at the restaurant, I will offend him. So I know I do not do it, and I don't want to put him in the position when other people will see that I'm reaching for my purse. But of course, we have a budget, and we discuss, for example, if we are buying this sofa, that sofa, how much money we can spend on the vacation. But even if you are married and you go out with the Ukrainian lady, the gentleman foots the bill. And usually, if there are two couples on date, ladies do not reach for their purse. It's not like you will split the bill for 4 people. Usually, the guys will decide how they split the bill between themselves. What else? What's the best way to know an Ukrainian girl? Hire a matchmaker. What else? I understand. Thank you so much. There are so many Russian and Ukrainian ladies, and also from Belarus. They are very successful in India, but they had to work very hard to get successful. Harshad, it is interesting if they have learned Hindi. I think it's not the most easiest language to learn. So tell us. Sie sprechen ganz gut Deutsch. Oh, vielen Dank. Mein Deutsch ist nicht so gut. Leider hatte nicht so viele Möglichkeiten, mein Deutsch zu benutzen, weil die Mehrheit von unseren deutschen Kunden, sie sprechen Englisch. So, sie machen mir faul. Ich spreche Englisch mit ihnen und ich liebe Deutsch. Ich liebe deutsche Kultur. Und Katerina ist der Meinung, dass ich spreche. Dass ich sage etwas falsch.
I hope you didn't say anything bad about me now.
Katerina ist sehr hübsch. Ich möchte Katerina sehr. Ihre Haare ist so blond und ihre Kleid ist so schön. Okay, let's see what else we have here. In Asian culture, especially Indian culture, they do not like a girl to have male friends.
You can say about all people that all people in Asian culture are the same. So it's impossible to say like this. Some men are open if their women have male friends, some not. You need to discuss it personally with your best half.
A question. Do Ukrainian women tend to have a mentality that if they marry someone, they won't ever divorce their husband because American women wake up one day, say, I don't love you anymore, initiating a divorce? I wouldn't say that Ukrainian women have a mentality that I will never ever divorce him, but usually Ukrainian ladies are quite loyal and they stick to their marriage. They try to work on it, and people really are reluctant to take divorce, but of course it is life and it happens.
Yeah, it's a big value for our ladies. Their family, their marriage is a very big value. So they will always put it as the highest priority for them.
Yes.
So it will be always very important for them. So of course we can't say that a divorce is something that will never happen. But marriage is very important for Ukrainian ladies.
Several times I have my American clients that, for example, a lady, she got promoted and she was she has decided to move to another state, to another city, and even to another country, and the gentleman has had his own career, so they have decided to split. I would say that in Ukraine it won't happen. Ladies would quit jobs, of course, they would do their best. The lady would be expected to quit her job even if she has a higher position than a gentleman, because this is what is expected by our society. Okay, what else do we have here? What do Ukrainian girls think about East Asian boys like Japan, Korea, Hong Kong, Taiwan? Oh, we had clients from Taipei, we had clients from Hong Kong. I don't think we had anyone from Korea yet.
From Korea, no.
No, it would be nice to have someone, but many girls like this K-pop, and they want to date boys from Korea who looks like boys from the music videos, especially the younger generation, like really young generation. Japan, yes, we had clients from Japan. Deutsche Kultur ist ganz anderes. Ja, deutsche Kultur ist ganz anders, aber die Sprache ist sehr gut und ich möchte viele deutsche Musik und die Städte sind sehr schön und ich finde deutsche Kultur sehr interessant. Was noch? What else? It's not easy in India and it's not easy anywhere. And these ladies have opened up so much to the Indian culture that they have fallen in love with it. And that's why they are successful here. course, you have to fall in love with the country. Even if you are learning the foreign language, you have to fall in love with the foreign language. There is a fact I know: the Ukrainian girls inside the country are awesome, but in the moment they move to a first world. Why do you think Ukraine is not the first world country? Uh, Fastest. I don't know how to comment that. I have many ex-clients, Ukrainian ladies who has moved to other countries, to Western Europe, to the East, to Australia, to United States, and I can't say that their personality has changed a lot. Usually they are way more happier because they have relocated to start the family, to have kids, not because they wanted to relocate and to change the country of living. So you should travel to Ukraine. We are not the banana republic. Like, really, you would be surprised. And by the level of education, we exceed the United States if you're from the United States or from which country. In every country would be nice people and not so nice people. So it depends greatly on the personality.
Maybe we will finish because
Yeah,
we're
let's
already talking for 40 minutes.
let's take 2 more questions because we're getting questions. I know many Ukrainian ladies in Germany, and they love their beautiful culture as they were in Ukraine. I have many friends in Germany, and a friend of mine, she actually worked at there at a company where they have a strict dress code, but she's still wearing like high heels, and she's still wearing tight dresses because she's Ukrainian. And her German friends, her German colleagues, female colleagues, they always ask her, like, how do you feel comfortable wearing that stuff?
It's a feature by which you will recognize a Slavic lady everywhere, in every country of the world.
Do you confirm that avoiding emotions is a good method to choose right girl from 3-5 potential matches? But you somehow said 2 different words in your previous video. Would you please clarify that? Can you specify the question? I'm not sure I have gotten it. Katya, have you gotten the question?
I didn't understand.
Yes, many of them learned Hindi and they're successful businesswomen. So many of them do much social work. It's nice to hear that Ukrainian ladies have managed to learn Hindi. I really have no doubt that Ukrainian ladies are the best. Well, we have never talked that they are the best.
We are just talking about their features. We're not saying that they are better than any ladies in the world.
And loyal to life and husband, but they keep changing after marriage in abroad. It depends a lot if the gentleman is treating her right. Usually, if the marriage is really healthy and people have married for the right reasons, then usually it helps both the gentleman and the lady to grow as a person.
Absolutely.
Oh, ich hatte heute eine Möglichkeit, Deutsch zu sprechen. Ich bin so froh. Just saying hi, ladies. I was born in South America from Indian, Portuguese, African, Lebanese descent. Wow, that's impressive. You must be a looker. And living in Holland for the most part of the last 45 years. Wow, how many languages are you speaking? I have traveled all over the world, and the good Slavic ladies are for sure the most beautiful and the best. I have dated women. Okay. Ukrainian society is nowhere near the third world country. Thank you. Okay, I think we have time to take one last question. If you have any, maybe in Chinese.
It's not for me.
我们说汉语，妈妈好好，不很多。
Yes. If you don't know what to say, just sitting and smiling.
Katya 非常漂亮。
Sitting and smiling. Okay, maybe we'll...
Okay, I don't think we have any other questions, so I have given a minute. Then, guys, we will just wrap it. I hope that you like this format. We will try to find time to do it more often. If you want to hear more news from Diolli office, subscribe to our Instagram. So we do some live videos from our office. We give some data tip there. You can see more photos of the team, no clients. Nice to talk to you guys for the first time. We are happy to talk to you too. It's always nice to have a great company. And if you have some ideas for our new videos, for our blog, if you have some topics that you would like us to cover, please leave them in the comments below. We would really, really appreciate it. The man client falls in love with the lady who could not find chemistry in the first date. That means the gentleman could not control his emotions. How can you fall in love just after one date? You don't even know each other that well.
It's impossible.
That's more about lust. You feel lust. You feel attraction. Like the way she looks. You are not in love. You don't know each other if it has been just one date. Are you single?
No, we're not.
No. I speak 4-5 languages. Wow, that's impressive. I have a question. Okay, go on and then we will wrap it. We will wait for your question. You are amazing from Natalia. Natalia, you are amazing as well. Warum sind... Wie fühlst du dich, Natascha? Does your psychologist apply the different tests on clients? Yes, she does tests with our female members. And yesterday she actually did a really nice test, which she has created herself. That's a new methodology. And this test will help her specify if the lady has enough passion for a really passionate gentleman. So she has combined several methodologies. I'm Hispanic. Do Ukrainian women care about looks? They do. People
Like
want to
all
feel
people.
physical attraction. It doesn't mean that we all have to have blue eyes and blonde hair. Do you have women in your database that are on other agencies' website? We can't control if the lady, for example, is on Tinder, but we tend to attract other clientele. Female members that we get into our base they value privacy, and they choose us because we don't place anything online, and also they don't want to participate in endless correspondence. So yes, we tend to attract different clientele. And usually if I Google some male or the bride's websites, because it's our potential clients that send us links to the girl they find appealing, and you say girl in bikini, no bikini, with some nickname like I don't know, hot lover cherry. I understand that she's not the type of lady that would join my agency for numerous reasons. Not so good, unfortunately. Looking forward to see you soon, Natasha. Get well soon. Gesund ist sehr wichtig. Which test? You will have to ask our psychologist this next time she would be online. Maybe she will share it with you, or maybe she will prefer to keep it private, like to keep it a secret. I think we are done for today. Danke, Dasha hat gesagt.
We'll never finish if we read all
Guys,
the
we will
comments.
have to finish it now. We promise to be live more often. If you enjoy this format, don't forget to press like to this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching us, and we hope it was helpful. Let's make a heart.
Nice heart.
Beautiful heart. Yes. Bye, guys.
Bye.